Hello students, I, Sneha Sharma, your English teacher, welcomes you to your English 2 class. So today we will start chapter 3, Whistle Away. So before we start the chapter, let us see what the chapter has to say. First, we will read this part. Whistling is more versatile than you might realize. So whistling is more than you can think. It is more useful, it is more versatile than you can think. Okay, there are many small tribes across the world that use whistles to communicate. So there are so many small tribes around the world, so they use what? They use whistle for communication, to communicate with each other during emergency, during dangers or anything. They use for communication. What do they use? They use a whistle for communication. With some, they are used for special messages. With some, the entire language is whistled. So for some there is special message like a code word to them, and for some there is the language itself is whistled. Okay, so let us read few facts regarding whistling. The small village of Kuskoy, in an isolated village on the rainy mountainous Black Sea coast of northern Turkey, uses an endangered whistled language. So endangered whistle language, because this language is again used, this whistle is used. Why? Because if any person is in danger, they can communicate through this whistle. And where is it found? In a small village of Kuskoy in northern Turkey. Okay, next, the Hmong people of Asia use a mouth harp to whistle their language. So what is a mouth harp? It is a type of instrument. So people use this mouth harp to whistle in Asia. Which people? Hmong people. These are kind of a tribe. Next, man from the Akha Hill tribe in Chiang Rai, the Thailand whistles using a leaf. So in Thailand they whistle what? They whistle using a leaf. Okay. So you see over here, man from the Akha Hill tribe in Chiang Rai, Thailand whistles using a leaf. So this person over here, picture is made, that person is using a leaf to whistle. Next, Silbo Gomera being whistled on the small island of La Gomera in the Canary Islands. So Silbo Gomera is a way of whistling to communicate. So it is a type of whistling to communicate. So you can see there are so many facts about whistling around the world. So let us move on to the poem. Okay, so before we start the poem, let us discuss the summary of the poem. Okay, what does the poem is all about? This poem is about the memory of narrator, and he was recalling his memory by seeing a smiling happy face of a boy. So the poet is recalling his memory of a happy boy. He was smiling. What was he doing? He was smiling. He became happy by seeing the happy face that unlocked his all memories. So the smiling face of that boy unlocked the memories of whom? Of the poet. His life was lost, but now it became like a rainbow that gave him a pleasant feeling and started glowing like white snow. So before, the poet's life was dull, he was very boring, he was lost. But now after meeting that boy, that smiling boy, what happened? His life became like a rainbow and he was feeling very pleasant like the bright glowing white snow. In this world, you can give this happiness to anyone who is facing difficulties in their life for free. So if anyone is in difficulty, if you can help, if you can bring joy to their life, why not? You should give them that joy. In this poem, the poet is saying about 1 hour of a happy life that the happy boy has given to the poet. So in this poem, the happy face of that boy has given joy, has made the poet's heart filled with joy and his mind at peace. Who made it? The happy boy. So this is all about that happy boy. So we will move on to the poem now. Okay, let us start the poem. The first 10 lines. Whistle away, my merry boy, with happy face and heart of joy. So whistle away. Merry boy means the happy boy. with a happy face and heart of joy. The boy's face was happy and heart was filled with joy. If it will help you to be strong, whistle a tune when things go wrong. So whenever things go wrong, just do what you should do, just whistle away. And whistling lightens it for you. If ever your task is hard to do, whether it be sowing the seeds, hoeing the corn, or pulling weeds. Hoeing means, you can see the vocabulary, removing weeds, breaking soil, etc., using a long handle garden tool with a flat blade. So this means to remove the extra weeds that have grown up, to breaking the soil for cultivation. So whether it be sowing the seeds, hoeing the corn, or pulling weeds, gathering fruit, or raking hay, or driving cows, whistle away. So if any difficult task is there, be it any task, if whenever you are at worry, just don't do anything, just whistle away while doing that task. You will feel lot better. So raking, what is the word raking? Hay means over here. Again to the vocabulary, leveling soil, gathering leaves or hay, etc., using a long handle garden tool with a row of metal teeth. So this is what, if the garden is dirty, you can gather those leaves or hay and make a pile of it. So that is called racking. So this was the first 10 lines of the poem. Now we will move on to the explanation of those first 10 lines. Okay, the first 10 lines. The poet says to whistle away with a happy face and heart of joy. Whistling will help you to be strong. When anything does not goes well, just whistle away and you will feel better again. So whenever you are at worry, what will whistle help you? It will help you to be strong. Okay. If you are doing any difficult task like sowing seeds, removing weeds, gathering fruit, leveling the hay, or driving the cows away, just whistle to lighten your mood. Any difficult task you are facing, just whistle away. So whistle can be so useful, it can be so versatile, it can be so much good for everyone. So this was the first 10 line of the poem. Now we will move on to the second stanza, the last 10 lines of the poem. Whistle a tune if you can't sing. So if you can't sing, what you should do? Just whistle a tune. And that should seem the next best thing. So when you will whistle that song which you cannot sing, it will be the best thing for you. That you can do, perhaps it will cheer the hearts of some who chance to hear. So whoever will hear that tune will also make that person happy. That person will also be filled with joy. Not only you will fill with joy, but that person also will be filled with joy when you whistle the song that you don't know. The song that you will whistle, the tune that you will whistle will not only make you happy but others too. Better to whistle than to pout. Pout means being angry. Push out one's lower lip because one is annoyed or unhappy. So when you are unhappy, it is better not to be angry, just whistle. And scold and fret. Fret means worrying about something. So if you are being scolded, or you are scolding someone, or if you are worried of something, no one can doubt. So keep a merry heart, my lad. Lad means boy, young boy, and thus make other people glad. So don't be angry of anything. Whenever you feel worried, just whistle away and you will feel good. Do all the good you can each day. So each day is special, and each day you should do something good for yourself and also for others. And as you toil means hard work, the work that you do. As you toil, whistle away. So whenever you do your hard work, whistle away, you will feel at peace. So we will move to the explanation of this last 10 lines. Alright, so the explanation. If you cannot sing, then just whistle that tune, and that would seem to be the best thing for you. So as I said, if you don't know the song, just whistle the tune. This tune will not only please you but also others. So not only it will give you happiness but also to others who listen it. It is better to whistle than to be angry or worried. This whistling away will not only calm you but also make others happy. At last, do every good you can each day, because each day is special, so do your best. Do your hard works, but don't forget to whistle, because this small act can bring peace and joy to your heart at hard times. So whenever it is hard for you, the hard times are there, just whistle away and everything will be fine. You will find peace and you will be filled with joy. So this was all for your chapter 3. So I hope you will read the poem on your own and you will revise the explanation and the summary of the poem. That's all for today's class. Thank you.